to Something to Wrestle With. Bruce Prichard.
What do you like about the Something to Wrestle With podcast?
And I really like all the backstories and all the impressions.
What do you like?
Chemistry and the backstories, man.
What was your favorite topic?
Probably just anything of the WWEF in the 80s.
What do you like about the Something to Wrestle With podcast?
Pronouns, pal!
What about you?
I love when Conrad and Bruce fight like an old married couple.
Conrad Thompson.
Bruce Prichard. Roll Tide.
What do you like about the Something to Wrestle With podcast, sir?
I like everything. I like the way Conrad does the Mr. McMahon. That's cool.
What about you?
Everything, the roll stories and hashtag not a rib.
Definitely the way Conrad holds Bruce Prichard's feet to the fire. Doesn't let him get away with anything.
Folks, Andrew here of GoPro Wrestling, and I'm standing with Dave Silva. He is the man who does the graphics behind the Something to Wrestle With podcast. Dave, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, my friend. Thank you.
Now, Conrad tried to rib me, tried to tell me that I was going to interview Dave Milliken, but you're just as good. I wanted to meet Dave Silva, the guy who does all the graphics for the podcast.
I do have a title belt at home, but I'm not Dave Milliken.
Now, did you do all the graphics like on the Twitter feeds, the upcoming podcasts that are coming up, the drawings of Razor Ramon and things like that? You did all
Definitely, yes. Yeah, pretty much. Bruce and Conrad have given me creative control, and they're just like, you're crazy, just go at it. And yeah, so whenever they bring up a theme, and either I go with the actual event poster and I try to recreate that with them, or I just pull something totally out of the air and do something crazy.
Now, how did that all come about? How did you meet Conrad or Bruce?
I met Conrad through the wonderful world of Twitter. And Conrad had seen some of my work on Twitter, and he reached out to me. He DM'd me, and he was like, I'm doing a show with Ric Flair, and I really like your work, and I would love if you could do some work for us. And I was like, oh, my God, for the greatest of all time, definitely sign me up. So I started doing that, and it was going really well. And then he was like, I'm starting a show with Bruce Prichard, and I want to bring you along. And sure enough, Something to Wrestle With started, and it was just fantastic. And then he's like, hey, and Tony Schiavone's jumping on board. So now I'm doing Tony's stuff. So really it was just through social media, and us just like literally the first time we met was in Orlando for WrestleMania, and actually met in person, and we all hit it off, and it's just been a brotherhood ever since.
You do graphics design full time?
No, I'm actually an assistant news director for an ABC affiliate in South Texas. So that's what I make my bread and butter with, and I support my family with. But this is my true love. Creative design and graphic design is my true love. So really, I'm living my dream right now.
Which topic of the Something to Wrestle With podcast with Bruce Prichard is your favorite?
I love everything he does with Dusty Rhodes. I'm a huge Dusty Rhodes fan, and growing up, I'm big boned. So when Dusty would go out there and just clobber a Flair or really anything, even Midnight Rider, when he came up, I was sold. I was like, Dusty's my guy. So whenever Bruce does Dusty or talks about Dusty or gives a Dusty story, I'm hooked. So I love Dusty. I love the Dusty episode is my favorite.
This is the face behind the man who does all the graphics for Something to Wrestle With, and you could catch that podcast every Friday at noon.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Folks, what do you guys like about the Something to Wrestle With podcast?
It's good for everybody, no matter what.
Well, you know.
How about you, sir?
Honest. As much as Bruce could be.
What's your favorite topic?
I love the introspectives of the careers.
You seem like somebody that listened to the show from the first episode. Is that true?
That is true.
I can tell. Who else? What do you like about the Something to Wrestle With podcast, sir?
The individual wrestling stories. The events. I like when they cover the specific events.
What is your favorite topic?
Probably Royal Rumble 97.
How about you?
The new one with the Razor. That's my favorite one.
You heard it here, folks. Andrew here, GoPro Wrestling, and I'm standing with none other than Bruce Prichard of the Something to Wrestle With podcast every Friday at noon, along with Conrad Thompson. Bruce, thank you so much for having us here at the Gramercy Theater. Here.
Well, thanks for coming down, man. It's going to be a great show. Glad you're here.
Now, how many of these live shows have you guys done already now?
Oh, God, I think we've done like 5 or 6, and I've done more. I went on a UK tour as well, so it's been a lot of fun.
A lot of fans don't even know this, but you guys have a lot of surprises. I mean, surprise guests, and fans don't even know about it. What would get them to come in? Like, what could be something that you could tell the fans that would bring them more to?
Well, I think if you're looking to have a good time, you're looking to have some fun, then this is the place to be because that's what we do. And it's all about having fun, and it's all about having a few laughs, maybe having a few drinks with like-minded people that want to do the same thing. So that's all we do, man. We just do fun.
Do you want to bury Conrad a little bit of how much he gets under your skin every Friday?
Why would I want to bury Conrad?
It's just a...
No, not at all, man. But Conrad is what he is. It's what makes it work, man. Conrad has his point of view, wrong as it may be, and I tell it like it is. So that's what it is.
Conrad gives a great perspective for all the fans, that everything that they would want to know. What could fans expect to see in future podcasts? And we love the bonus shows, by the way.
Well, you never know. It's our audience, man. They've got an opportunity to go and vote on Facebook.com. It's Something to Wrestle on Facebook, and they get a vote. So whatever they want to hear, man, let us know. We love to hear what our audience wants, and we'll give it to them.
Now, I've seen a lot of your Facebook Live posts. Are we ever going to see a Bruce Prichard autobiography?
Very soon. Very soon. Should be done by October.
Would you know the title of that book, or are you still brainstorming that?
I do. I'm not ready to divulge it yet, yes.
Well, we'll listen to it hopefully in an upcoming podcast on Friday, Something to Wrestle with, and thank you so much for having us here.
Guys, thanks for coming out, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.